Welcome to Inside the Red Zone with Coach Smith and Mrs. Coach Smith. Man, we got a very special guest tonight. He's the one and only, the legend, Tyler Smith. Hey, in South Alabama, he's known as TMac. And up north, he's known as T-Bone. Welcome to the show, TMac.
Thank God for having me. I'm excited.
Man, we got a great lineup tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Give me some dap right there, brother. Let's roll with this.
I mean, talk about a first guest. Like, how we even got him on this show is unbelievable. He was actually available. We reached out and it just worked out in his schedule. So we want to introduce you to somebody that is amazing and just incredible in our lives, and he means so much to us. It is the Tyler Smith, the man, the myth, the legend, and you're going to come to know him, love him just as much as we do. The T-Mac.
The one and only.
The one and only. I love to call him T-Mac. We're going to hear about that.
Absolutely.
Oh, he is my football buddy. Let me just tell you really quickly. We're going to kick this off by just giving you a little insight about Tyler Smith. He means so much to me. As a coach's wife, you know, things can be kind of hard sometimes. And instead of having to go to the games, now that all of our kids are grown and moved out of state and moved on, T is my football buddy. Like, he has not left my side. As a coach's wife, you know, sometimes it's hard to go walk up into the stadium alone all the time, or, you know, to have to sit by ourselves sometimes. And T-Mac has not left my side. He is my football buddy. I couldn't do it without him. He goes to every game. He goes to every away game. He makes sure we have our chairs. He makes sure that we have our rain gear if we need it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so we have started a tradition that I absolutely love. When we get ready and we get our car packed, I don't even know if you know some of this. Like, he's already
I just
with
know
the
he loves
team.
eating hamburgers once he gets to the stadium. That's where he goes.
Sure do. Love it.
He likes those concession stand burgers now. But on the way there, we get a treat first. And this is just mine and T's thing. We do it every Friday night. You've already eaten with the team. You're with the team. You're on the field. Me and T-Mac stop. And I get a coffee and he gets a smoothie. And we get our drink for the ride to the game no matter where we're going. Don't we?
Man,
Oh, yeah.
And it's always so
that's a great
good.
tradition.
Sure is.
Yeah, so we hit the stadium, and then without fail, he gets his 2 cheeseburgers. He loves his 2 cheeseburgers, and we have fun. He keeps me up to date on all the stats. He
he calls in the Pigskin Pete. Don't listen, he keeps
He
up with all
does.
his high school scores and everything.
he does.
Yeah.
He keeps up with all the schools, what everybody's doing, and keeps me in line. He helps protect me as a coach's wife. And then, buddy, with 5 minutes left to go before the end of the game, we get up and we head down to the end zone and get ready to meet you on the field.
Man, oh, that's one of my best parts, especially after a big W. Seeing Michelle and T-Mac run on the field and get some dap with each other. And the first thing he's going to tell me, he's going to give me an update on all the scores. Hey, Coach, Davison won or Baker. He gives me an update on not just the Mobile County schools, but the Baldwin County schools also. He is on it, man. I'm telling you.
He's so good. So he's my football buddy. And there's just some really special things that we're going to bring out about T. There's one thing that I love before we get into all the football stuff, man. Tyler gets to participate in Tim Tebow's Night to Shine every year. And I say every year that I'm going to go volunteer and I want to be there. But T, you get to go to Night to Shine. He gets to meet some of the most awesome people. This year, your what's she called?
Your escort?
Escort.
The escort.
Yes,
ma'am.
your escort was Ruby.
Yes, ma'am.
And they're always the prettiest girls. He gets all dressed up. He gets to hang out at Night to Shine.
He's looking sharp, man.
He's
I'm
looking
telling you.
sharp. And I know that, you know, Tim Tebow has been one of your heroes.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
of course, we all love Tim Tebow, but tell me about what stood out to you about Tim Tebow and his eye black.
Man, it's just, seeing that scripture on his eye where it says John 3:16.
Yep.
It's the coolest verse ever.
Yep.
I think most like everybody wears it. I think now.
Yes.
It's like the coolest thing ever to see for during football season.
That's so awesome.
Guys, this is what this platform is really about. And not just we tell funny stories, football and about marriage, but we really want to use this platform to share the gospel. And T brings up about seeing John 3:16. Wow. And what else besides 3:16, T-Mac, what else he puts on his cheeks?
He puts the cross on it,
The
which
cross.
is pretty cool. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, another cool thing is that Tim Tebow actually is coming. I have the honor of being on the development council with Victory Health Partners here locally, and I get to serve with Victory Health Partners. Well, the keynote speaker in April is Tim Tebow. And so me and T are like hitting that up. We're gonna serve, we're gonna be there and hopefully get to sneak in some pictures or a dap or a high five or something.
Once
with
he
Tim
sees a
Tebow.
legend, man, I'm sure he's gonna get his picture made with Tim Tebow. Oh,
We're
my
hoping.
goodness. Yes.
Yeah. So that's just a little bit to introduce you to our fella TMac, and then I want to ask you, like, tell our listeners and our guests, because I know they want to know, how did you get that name TMac? And you have two nicknames, right? Not just one. How'd you get the nickname TMac and T-Bone?
Well, how I got the name TMac, where I was at Davidson High School, and we was at at an awards banquet, and one of the players heard my name get called, and I was going up to get a letter for a jacket, and I heard TMac, and that name's sticking with me ever since until now, and everybody loves saying my name a lot.
Wow. And you remember who gave you that name?
Yep, Corey Patterson.
Corey Patterson, one of the best running backs that ever came through Davidson, man. He was a very physical runner, great football player, but he had a heart of gold, and he cared about other people, and he took a liking to T-Mac right here, man, and they still bond to this day.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
So Corey was the one that actually just made that and yelled that out.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, he
T-Mac.
sure did.
And then it stuck.
Yeah, and it stuck.
It totally stuck.
So what about the other nickname?
What about T-Bone?
T-Bone.
T-Bone, I'm telling you what, up north of Fort Payne, Alabama, my Uncle Drake and his family calls me T-Bone up there, and when it's down south, it's T-Mac, and that name's been with me ever since too, and I go by both nicknames now, and I just love it.
So you mean to tell me you've got two nicknames,
Yes,
one
ma'am.
in North Alabama and one in South Alabama?
Who has two nicknames? This young man right here is a legend. Hey, we
He
saw
is.
Drake and Michelle a couple months ago, man, went up there. The first thing Drake said, man, have you seen T-Bone lately? I said, I've seen T-Mac lately. I've just seen him the other day. So, he's T-Bone. Oh, he's T-Mac, man. We have fun about that, man. That's some really good stuff. So let me just tell you, I cannot say enough good things about Tyler. I love him to death, and he's always smiling, always happy. He's never in a bad mood. I mean, I could be down when Tyler can call me, or he comes over to see us. He just lightens my spirit big time. And he's just a joy. And besides all that, he is a tremendous worker. So let me tell you a quick story before we start asking some more questions. His first 3 years at Davidson, he was a manager. He didn't play on the football team. He enrolled at Davidson in 2008. First 3 years, he was a manager. So he saw me at school one day. Said, "Coach, I don't want to be a manager. Actually, I want to be on the team." I said, "T-Mac, you sure you want to do this?" And he said, "Oh, yes, sir. I want to be on the team." I said, "Well, me and you got to sit down. We got to talk to Coach Fred Riley and make sure it's okay, because he's never played into a senior year, So we, T-Mac approached Coach Riley and asked him about it. He said, "Look here, T." He said, "You got to come to spring practice. You got to come all the summer workouts, because you're behind all the other guys, and you cannot miss one day. If you go through spring and go through all the summer workouts, I'll allow you to be on the team." And man, T was there. He every workout.
What?
Yes, all the way through spring training. Then it went on to summer workouts. He made every practice. And Fred Riley went up and shook his hand and said, "Congratulations, T-Mac. You're now a 2008 Davidson Warrior."
Wow.
Man, that was awesome,
Sure,
man.
sure
That was.
Wow, that shows hard work and dedication.
Yeah.
So you were behind, you came from behind, you put in the work, you got dedicated, committed, and you made the
Yeah.
team.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, not just, he wasn't just a manager, he was the head manager. I mean, our football program could not run behind the scenes without T-Mac, man. All the things he does, we give him a list, and everything on that list is in the trailer going, and he did a tremendous job. Let me just add this to you. So eventually, I had my time. Loved Davidson High School. At my time, I had opportunity to go to Baker because my kids were going to Baker. I was going to be a defense coordinator for Jack French. Then I was eventually the head football coach. Guess what? Who came with me? I would have never accepted that job if T-Mac wouldn't have went with me, man. So he went to Baker after that and stuck with me for 8 years at Baker. So he has been my left-hand man. My right-hand man, I'm going to tell you about the right-hand man after a while, but he was my left-handed man the whole time throughout my coaching career, man. I appreciate that.
And I'm going to tell you what, I've never seen a more hard worker. I mean, this guy works, and he's an incredible teammate, but he's also an incredible manager. That was a very important position. I watched him lead. That's awesome.
Loved it.
Yes.
So let's move right along, man. I'm gonna tell you,
his head's getting bigger. His head's getting bigger. We better get on some. We better bring out the football stat.
Oh, can I tell a quick story how he became a legend? Just one story real quick.
Well.
All right, so his senior year, Tyler has not seen any playing time all year. Had some tough games. So we played Baker, and we was up 4 touchdowns. Okay, it was in the fourth quarter, maybe like 3 to 4 minutes to go. Everybody on the sideline started this chat, T-Mac, T-Mac, T-Mac. So Coach Daigle was his position coach. He said, "Terrence Cody, where are you? Terrence Cody, oh, T-Mac." So that's another story I'm getting ready to tell you. So here comes T-Mac, go in there at nose guard. So T runs out there at nose guard, man. We were all a little nervous, but happy at the same time. But T got his first playing time like week 6 or 7 into the game. So you got to understand the scenario. It's 4th and 10, okay? If they get a first down, the drive's going, and, we really didn't want them to score. We was very competitive. We was up by 4 touchdowns. So, man, the Baker quarterback dropped back the pass, and all of a sudden the center come off and hit T-Mac. Bam! T-Mac was on skates for about 10 yards. But you know what? He got his leverage. He shot his arms up, got rid of the block. They happened to be running a draw play. So they setting up the pass. They ran the draw play. Tyler was in the hole right there. And next thing you know, that running back hit Tyler right in the mouth. I was, oh my gosh, is T-Mac okay? The first thing to hit the ground was the back of his head. And you know what T-Mac did? If you ever seen the movie Animal House with John Belushi, he jumps around with that scene. So T-Mac got up, he jumped around like that. And you know what? They gained 8 yards, and they were 2 yards short of the first down. So everybody, man, woo, T-Mac! T-Mac running off the field. We was giving him some dap and everything, chest bumps. Tyler, you remember what you said? I said, T-Mac, you okay? What did you say?
Man, I remember I got up from the pile of the tackles, and I ran up to you. I said, "Coach, man, that felt good."
The first thing with the guy I'm going to check on him is, "Ooh, Coach, that felt good." So, man, he said, and Coach Daigle said, "Man, he is a legend." So, he played nose guard. Of course, y'all know Terrence Cody played at Alabama, was a nose guard. All right, so let's move along with some questions. So, all right, move the second question. We already asked about T-Mac and T-Bone, how you got the name. Okay, what positions you played at Davidson? What was the highlight of your senior year?
I played nose guard at Davidson. Then I played outside linebacker.
Okay, and what was the highlight of your senior year, T?
It was the final play of the game at Ladd against BC Rank. Coach Riley told me to back up, play linebacker, just in case if I get an interception. And I remember the play, the quarterback dropped back. He threw the ball, and I was looking up for the ball and almost had it in my hands. Ooh. And almost ran it back for a touchdown, but the ball fell out of my hands.
I'll never forget, man. T-Mac had the perfect drop. He dropped to the flats, and I think somebody hit him. The quarterback threw the ball. It was a bad pass because the result of getting hit. And all we saw was nothing but green grass to the promised line for a touchdown. I'll tell you what happened, T. them lights was pouring in your eyes. That's why you dropped that ball.
Yeah, yes,
There's
sir.
no doubt, because T was getting ready to score
Yeah.
a touchdown. But I tell you what, he kept that guy ran like an out route in the class. He kept that guy from getting the balls. That was a good play, T-Mac.
Thank you.
Wow.
I'll never forget that.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And I know I say this all the time, but I just love that you guys can remember every game, every play, every stat. I
Yes.
mean, it's just amazing to me. Like you can remember that.
Hey,
You
Tim.
know where you were, you know what colors you were wearing, all the things.
Hey, when you're passionate about something, you don't forget it, huh?
Don't
That's
forget
right.
it.
All right, Coach Michelle, you got the next question for him?
Yeah, yep. Let's go. Rapid fire here. T, when you were at Davidson, what college coaches did you actually get to have your picture made with?
And I remember meeting Coach Saban. That was like my
Ooh.
first time getting to meet him. I remember Coach Smith said, "TMac, I got something right here to forget." And I remember walking from the room, looking, and I was like, "That's Coach Saban." My heart was just beating out
You
my
mean
chest.
you mean Coach Nick Saban, like the king,
Yes, ma'am.
Coach Saban.
Yes, ma'am.
You got to have your picture made with him.
Yeah, I was nervous. Like that was my first time getting to meet the coach
Yeah.
like that. I was just nervous, and Coach Smith asked, "Hey, can you get a picture?" And I remembered he got the camera up, and he was shaking real bad.
Wait, you mean Coach was shaking?
Coach
was
was
Oh, hey,
shaking.
I was nervous, man. He had all these people around him and stuff, and everybody wanted his autograph and everything. And I had to get this picture with T-Mac. And so back then, a lot of people didn't take a lot of pictures with their cell phones, even though we had them. So I had a 35mm camera. I guess we had to click it, wind it back. And I was stuck. I couldn't picture it. And Nick got impatient with me. And Coach Saban said, "Let me just see that camera." And he took it from me and he rewind it, whatever, you clicked it back or whatever. So anyway, we finally got our picture made with Coach Saban. So,
and Coach Saban had to be the one to get the
oh
camera.
yeah, he had to
fix
get
it.
this. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
pays
sure
attention
did.
to detail.
I love that.
So
I love it. I love it. So you had your picture made with Coach Saban and who else?
Of course, the legend, Coach Bobby Bowden.
Yeah.
That was the coolest thing ever, getting to meet him too.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, ma'am.
T, you are the legend. Like he gets to do some of the coolest stuff. I love follow. You guys have got to go and follow Tyler, and just to see his life. But let's show something.
Hey, we got something for you. We got something for you.
I want you to hold those
Oh,
up, T.
let me see that. I'm gonna bring it a little closer. Look at her, guys. Oh, you got to see that. Look at that young T-Mac with a young Bobby Bowden and a young Nick Saban. We got the evidence right here, brother. Yes, sir.
We got the legends and the legends
All
there.
right, rapid fire time. You ready for the
That's
next
so cool.
question, T-Mac?
Yes, sir.
All right. What award did you receive in your senior year at Davidson?
I remember getting the practice award. That was that was a good honor. Then getting the being named the team captain award. That was a great honor too, to get both of those awards.
Wow.
And that really special to me.
Man, let me just tell you about that practice award. That's a big deal. You got to be on all the scout teams. You got to be at practice every day. You got to run on and off the field, and just anything else. You got to be a great teammate. And man, he checked all the boxes on that. So he had no idea at our banquet that he was going to receive this award. And Coach Jay Polk gave him the award that night. And that was a special, special moment.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool. So let's show what you got here. Tell us.
And senior team captain award.
Senior team captain.
Senior
there
team
we
captain.
go.
And you got the practice award on offense.
The practice award on offense all year long. Yes, sir. You're talking about a great teammate. T-Mac was the man.
T-Mac is the man. Like he is just, he's just got it all. And always happy to cheer on and support everybody else as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
Back to you, Coach Michelle.
All right. So next question. Tell us about some of your favorite players that you got to play with at Davidson High School.
Oh man, getting to play with Jimmy Ward. One thing, that was cool playing with him, and of course my other favorite guy, Kieran Wilson, the linebacker. He was me and him keep in touch still to this day. He was a good player. You know, he played for Coach Smith right here. And he was a good guy to be on the team.
That's so awesome. And then to know that you guys are still keeping in contact,
Oh, yeah.
you know?
He tells me all the time, hey, coach, Keyron, I just text Keyron, and he texts him back. And Keyron was a phenomenal player, man. Never forget that hit he put on that player from McGill on the punt team. You remember that?
Oh, yes.
I think that guy
remember
ended up
that.
signing with South Alabama, which was a phenomenal player. But Keyron lit him up on that punt team.
Sure did.
Yep. All right, rapid
That's
fire.
awesome.
We got to go. All right, T-Mac. I think I know the answers to these, but I'm going to ask you anyway. All right. Who is your favorite college football team? And who is your favorite player that played at Alabama?
My favorite team is, of course, University of Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Oh, you know it.
Yep.
You know it.
And my favorite players, of course, AJ McCarron and Alfonso Taylor and Damon Shank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Davidson Warrior. Yeah.
Two good players there. It was fun getting to watch them play at Alabama.
Man, that's awesome, T-Mac. All right, back to you, Coach Michelle Smith.
All right. So in relation to that, tell our listeners, because I know they're thinking, wait a minute, AJ McCarron, Shank, tell us about your relationship with AJ.
You know, like getting to meet him, you know, for the first time, you know, having that with his football camp at Baker. Man, he's you know, honest to God, he's a cool friend. And I remember getting in the car with AJ and Tony said AJ hit it. AJ hit the gas and we went fast. I was shocked. I was like, wow, I'm in the car with AJ McCarron.
All right, let me interrupt T-Mac.
Yeah.
Y'all got to know this whole story. So when I was at Baker, we used to have, our 7-on-7 stuff in summer workouts. AJ would actually come up and throw with the guys. So at that time, T-Mac was a manager. So we had to go and use the band field this particular day, which is a good ways from the field house. So after the 7-on-7, AJ had a convertible, and I think it was a Corvette. So we had to go all the way back over to the field house, and guess who got the ride in the convertible with AJ?
Of
T-Mac.
course.
We all had to walk a half a mile back to the field house. Oh, not T-Mac, not the legend. He got to ride in AJ's car.
He said, hey, T, you want to ride?
Man,
Sure.
AJ's such a great guy. One time before we bumped into AJ at a restaurant, and hey, T-Mac, what's up? Goes and gives him a dap.
Yep.
And mentioned the night shine. Actually, AJ came to that event to
He was
support
there
it.
this year.
Yeah.
That's right. AJ was at the event.
And all the kids out there dancing, having a good time. He looked across the room, and guess who he saw? He saw T-Mac. He went straight to T-Mac and shook his hand, man. Told T-Mac how proud he was of him. So that was awesome, T-Mac.
That is so cool. And what about the celebrity softball game?
Oh, I forgot about that, man. You got him out.
He's out there. We're up in the stadium looking around.
Stadium.
T's on the field playing in the celebrity softball tournament.
Yes, I remember that. He played second base, and AJ was on first, and force play at second, man. They threw the ball to T-Mac. He got it, touched second, boom, got AJ out.
Got him out.
Never lets him down to this day. All right. So moving right along. I guess it's back to me. All right, T-Mac. How long have you been helping out with AJ camp? And what is your job at the camp?
Man, I've been helping out with him what,
8, 9 years?
9 years.
Yeah, AJ, when I was at Baker, we had his first annual AJ McCarron camp, and T-Mac helped us out. And so what was your job assignment with AJ, T-Mac?
Just being his right hand man wherever he needs the football, just handing the ball. Football, he throws it to the kids.
Yeah. Hey, he was AJ. Early on I said he was my left-hand man. He's AJ's right-hand man. He's his personal assistant. AJ when he has his camp, he has 600 kids. He would throw 600 passes to all those kids. Every kid in that camp would say, I had the opportunity to catch a pass from AJ. But guess what? AJ couldn't have done all that without him. T-Mac was the one who caught the balls. Once the players caught the pass, they had to get the ball back to T-Mac. T-Mac's juggling 2 or 3 balls and keeping everything going really nicely. Everything can flow real well. That was T-Mac, man. He was AJ's personal assistant, and that camp could not have went any better without the legend right here being there.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. That's so cool. That's such an awesome relationship to get to have.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Back to you, Coach Smith.
All right. So let's let's find out about your favorite NFL teams.
All right.
So who are your favorite NFL teams now? We've talked about college.
Well, it was the 49ers, when my buddy Jimmy Ward played for them, and it was fun getting to watch him play. And every Sunday afternoon, watching him play, and I get excited watching him and telling everybody, hey, that's my friend right there playing in the NFL, and it's an honor to have a friend that plays.
That's such an
Yeah.
honor.
So, yep. So whose team's he on now?
He's on the Houston Texans, and that's my team now. So wherever he goes, I'm gonna follow him. And
So
cheer
last
him on.
year he was 49ers fan, but you know what? Not AJ. We'll talk about AJ in a second. Jimmy Ward went to the Texans, and guess what? That's T-Mac's favorite team.
Yep.
You know. So what's the other favorite team? T-Mac.
Well,
Whoever.
wherever AJ's going, I'm gonna follow him. He played in the NFL for a good while, and now he's with the St. Louis Battlehawks, and I'm gonna hopefully get to watch him play in the XFL.
Yeah.
That's
Listen,
right.
AJ. He said he's coming to Birmingham to watch you play. You might hook him up with some tickets, man. He's coming
He
to
wants
support
to
you.
go to Birmingham to see you play, man.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I can't wait until like AJ sees this and hears this podcast or watches this on YouTube, and Jimmy Ward and all the guys that y'all been shouting out from Davis, and even
yeah.
Coach Riley.
Coach
and,
Riley
man.
and all those guys, Corey Patterson and
Oh,
Keyron. And T-Mac brought a little photo album, man. Just brought back so many great memories at our time with Davison and the time he was there.
and all the coaching staff,
Oh, yes,
and all the
ma'am.
guys that were so good to you.
Yes,
the rest of
ma'am.
the team, like you can't name off everybody, but just the entire team that you got to be with for that many years.
So T-Mac, talk about the relationship you have with Jimmy Ward and what Jimmy Ward did for you.
Oh man, Jimmy Ward, he told me, I saw him at the mall, ran into him. He said, hey man, you won some kind of contest. And I said, I won a contest. He said, man, you won a signed jersey with his name on it, and that was a good honor to have. And when I got it in the mail, opened it up, and there's his name and jersey with his signed autograph on it.
Wow.
That was the coolest thing ever.
I mean, it's an official jersey when he was with the 49ers. Personally signed his jersey and sent it to T-Mac in the mail. And he sent you something else too, didn't you?
Yeah, he gave me a signed football with all the teams on it.
Wow. He passed around the locker room, and every player on the 49ers team signed a football. And he signed his own personal jersey and sent it to T-Mac. Guess what? We got it tonight to show you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
There
Bring it
it
out. Bring it
is.
out.
Right here.
Oh, number one. Hold up,
Look
look.
at that.
You can see right there. He
Jimmy
signed
Ward.
it. Jimmy Ward.
Jimmy
Man,
Ward.
look at that. This is the real cloth right here, man. Just check that out.
Stitching everything.
Stitching everything. I told you he's a legend, son. Oh, he's probably a legend out in San Francisco and maybe in Houston, Texas right now, huh?
Oh
You know? Yep.
I love that. That's so special that somebody would just take that time out of their day to do something like that. I just think that's so cool. Shout out Jimmy Ward. All right, so let's switch gears here for just a second from football, because football is not your only greatest adventure, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's switch gears for a second, and I want to talk about something else that you excel in every year as well. Tell us about the Special Olympics, Tyler.
Oh man, Special Olympics is like a good honor to do here for Mobile, and being in the Special Olympics for 12, 13 years and still doing it, and being around my friends, coaches, getting to compete with everybody. I love it.
You love that,
Yes,
don't you?
ma'am.
Yeah.
That is pretty amazing. And you don't only compete, like you've got to travel. You're on special teams of the Special Olympics. You've made friends from all over. You've got relationships with the coaches, but you got to go down to Orlando.
Yes, ma'am. Sure did.
I mean, that was a huge event.
He don't just participate in the running events. Oh, he's basketball. He's baseball. I mean, he does it all, man. He's the one and only, and he's won a lot of medals participating in Special Olympics over the last 13 years.
Yeah,
So,
and not just medals, but gold.
yeah.
This guy right here has won gold.
Hey, check us out. Look what we got.
Oh yeah.
Show us some hardware, man.
Oh, this ain't the little ribbons. That's the
Oh,
real
All
deal.
3 gold medals that I won last year.
Wow.
That's so awesome.
That's 3 gold medals, man.
That is
That's the
so
heavy duty
cool.
question.
It
Yes.
is.
Yeah,
I love it.
you leave them right here. And then you got events coming up for this summer, right?
Yep. Going to Davidson High School in April, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Getting to go back where it all started.
I
Man,
It's
love
gonna be a lot
that.
of fun.
That's great, T-Mac.
I love that. Well, last but not least, I mean, I know we got to wrap this
yeah.
up at some time, but we're having so much fun, and we could talk about tea all day long. Like we could
Oh,
really,
yeah.
we could go
We're
on.
so excited to have him on the air tonight.
Yeah, but we got one more thing, and I think you need to listen up. This is not least by any means.
I got to call a timeout. Timeout. I want you to understand something. This is not a podcast anymore. This is a press conference. Hold 1 second.
Oh,
T-Mac? Put that on. This is a press conference.
Oh. Ah.
All right. Fire away, Coach Michelle.
Oh, okay. No podcast anymore. It's official. Man, Saban would be impressed. I'm just gonna say, oh wow. Okay, official press conference. Listen, this is the most important one of the night because all your family, all your friends, all of our listeners, the entire city of Mobile and the whole state of Alabama want to know right now one question because we've heard some rumors. Are you planning on retiring from the Special Olympics?
Am I retiring? The question is, no, I'm not retiring. I don't know who's spreading all the rumors. It ain't true. I don't know why everybody keeps asking me.
It has been. It's been.
No, why? I don't know why. Just don't ask me the question. Ask the Coke bottle question. Ask the water bottle question. So quit asking. I'm gonna enjoy what I love and the passion. So I love it. So
Hey, you've heard it first here on Inside the Red Zone with Coach and Mrs. Coach. It's official. T-Mac is not retired. Let's go, baby. Let's roll.
Yeah,
Hey, we'll see you next time. Good evening.
4th and 2.
What you gonna do?
4th and 2. What you gonna do?